Hello everyone, welcome back. So in this lesson, we'll be talking about why supply chain. Why should you or someone should choose supply chain as their career option? So in this lesson, I'll be talking about what are different pros, how much growth you can expect in supply chain, growth in terms of monetary benefits, or growing up into the corporate ladder, um, growth in terms of supply chain jobs. Are there enough opportunities that can be anticipated in the future? So let us discuss them one by one. So I'll be starting with the most important factor, which is the salary. How much am I getting paid? This is the very first question which anyone would have, or anyone would like to have. Everybody wants to get paid nicely. Money is honey. So here are um, some stats. So here the screenshot above is in INR currency for Indian rupees, and below I have mentioned the the in terms of dollars. Yeah, the Indeed report of 2021. So these are the numbers, pre-COVID numbers, and post-COVID the supply chain has got, as I mentioned, a lot of attention and attraction, and every business understand if they have to grow and if they want to have a competitive advantage, they need to have a very effective, efficient, and responsive supply chain, and everyone is investing a lot in supply chain professionals. So here you see the numbers, and the numbers speaks from themselves, that how much per month as an analyst or as a manager, how much a person is earning, a supply chain analyst, and companies like General Mills, which is top 25 Gartner ranking supply chains. So here, a supply chain analyst is almost earning 9 lakh per month, and um, if you talk about manager, it's PNG is one of the top most. So here you see it's a very big, huge numbers in terms of yearly salary. Um, the salaries for supply chain managers are also very extremely rewarding. According to the Indeed, the average annual salary can uh, report from 62,543 dollars from 14 uh, sorry, it's 1.4 million. Yeah, so that's the maximum uh, what it can go to, and its average salaries is 95 $1,628. So these are pretty decent numbers, quite huge numbers. Um, and as I mentioned, these are pre-COVID numbers. Post-COVID, they have increased uh, quite big. So this term something about salary. How much am I getting paid as a supply chain professional? So these reports you can also Google it and find it out. Now let us talk about in terms of growth. How much growth supply chain jobs can see in future. So as per a US labor report, um, supply chain is going to see 25 to 30% growth in terms of number of jobs. So you can expect huge number of jobs coming up in future for supply chain. So as new companies, they move out into different locations in different countries. Uh, Companies are going global, they are going national, they are going regional, right? As they grow and expand, and all of them is going to need their own supply chain. Everyone will need their own supply chain. This will have their own supply chain, this one will have their own supply chain, logistics and transportation. So as they grow, as all the organization grow from regional to national to global, all of them is going to need their own supply chain. And this 25 to 30% of growth is expected till 2031. Yeah, and every year supply chain jobs are anticipated to grow by 4 to 5%. It's a very good number to grow, and that's why in market we see there is always a lack of supply chain jobs. not jobs, supply chain professionals are having good skills. So there are enough job opportunities, and if you can have the right skills, there won't be a situation in the market, okay, no, you're getting laid off. Now this year 2023 we have seen a lot of layoffs in big companies, uh, Microsoft, Google, um, Apple. But yeah, I've seen what I've noticed so far on the LinkedIn post. The the um, the supply chain professional are the least affected, one of the least affected category. So that was about growth. So yeah, as per my understanding, you can expect a huge growth in terms of jobs coming up in the future, especially after COVID. As I mentioned, the companies are really investing uh, a lot. The uh, in terms of to make their supply chain more responsive, flexible, effective, efficient. There is a huge um, opportunities that you can anticipate in the future. So that was about growth. Now let us talk about that these are the number of jobs growing up. Now his this is let me talk about as a personal growth. Okay, as a supply chain, if I get into supply chain as a supply chain analyst, as a demand planner, production planner, logistician, supply planner, all those roles I get into. So how much high I can, how much high I can grow into the organization. Yeah, from a beginner level, entry level. It's an entry level position. Is a beginner in the corporate ladder, and topmost is the CEO. So where I can go till at what stage I can go with this supply chain as a function. So the good news is for all of you, many of the organizations are recognizing supply chain as a very important function, and the leaders of this function, they are into the top team of the C-suite position. So as we have, as you have this in C-suite designations, yeah, as in C-suite designations, as you have a CFO, chief financial officer, you have a CTO, chief technical officer, right? So like that. And these days there is also a term called as chief supply chain officer, yeah, as you see here in Amazon. So these are the list of the companies which have the C-suite designations: Amazon, Walmart, P&G, Apple, Coca-Cola, Nestle, PepsiCo, Johnson Johnson, General Motors, Nike. So all these companies, they are having C-suite designation position for supply chain leaders of the company. So there is indeed an opportunity to grow at the topmost level, um, topmost level to 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 your into your organization. So don't miss this opportunity if you have, or don't miss this bus or train of supply chain. Yeah, it's a very great opportunity for you to get to the topmost level of the organization. So that was about top benefits. Whether we talk about salaries, is quite rewarding, the growth is high, you personally grow in terms of your career to the topmost level of corporate ladder, which is um, becoming a CSO, chief supply chain officer, CSCO, or there is VP or vice president, such positions available. We saw some companies. Let me just quickly summarize also some other things. Like we discussed, it's high demand position. A supply chain is a high demand. As the global economy continues to grow, there is an increasing need for professionals who can manage the flow of goods and services in the supply chain because of globalization. This is makes supply chain management highly sought after career. Second is career advancement opportunities. The supply chain industry offers many opportunities for career advancement, including promotions, higher level position, as we just now discussed about suit designation, and opportunity to work in different part of the world. Yeah, so you get opportunity because supply chain is spread out all across the world. They have uh, careers, opportunities, positions across the globe. Uh, as for your to grow as a career, to grow in your career. Um, Thirdly, diverse career options. So in the beginning of the course, we saw different roles you can play in procurement, logistics, inventory management, transportation. So huge variety. It's difficult for you to grow. The width of the supply chain is huge. It's really huge, starting from logistics, demand planning, procurement. And then there is customer support. Um, then there is forecasting. There is SNOP. There is supply planning. There is tactical supply planning, strategic supply planning. It's just endless. The width of the um, supply chain is huge. There's a lot to learn. Then there is competitive salary. Yeah, this we discussed. You get a competitive salary. Continuous learning. The supply chain is continuously evolving process. Now these days, there is a discussion of integrating supply chain with AI, with data science, with uh, internet on things. A lot of evolution is saying there is blockchain. So all these things have been discussed. How we can go evolve or improve our supply chain, as businesses understand that if you need to have a competitive advantage in the market, you need to have a very effective supply chain. And everybody is investing new technologies for their supply chain to grow and become better. So yeah, so this was it about supply chain, why you should get into supply chain, different benefits of getting into supply chain. So yeah, so give some time for yourself, think about it. um, I have so far mentioned what is supply chain, what are different roles, how much rewarding this career is. So in future lessons I'll be talking about how you can get into supply chain. So stay tuned. Thank you and have a great day ahead.